If you're starting off with a vanilla machine that's never had it before, it won't have its config file. And you can see here I'm just using FTP Filezilla just to check that, well, just to delete the config file. Once that's deleted, the server will wake up in no config mode. See there, it's gone into no config mode, and when you run the client it will detect that and say I'm in no config mode. The only option then is to send a config, the only option that works. So you can press OK, and that's the default, and that comes from the database, the config database of the client. So you can adjust that however you like. At the moment we have to kill it just to get it to wake up properly, but I'm working on that. Now it's going to wake up properly. You can see it's in wait for connection. So you connect, it detects the only cards I have. 2 channels, 5.24. Then it's much as you see. Now here is the temperature. So if we use one of the racks that has temperature sensors in it, clicking on that will give you a nice little bar graph of sensors. You can see I'm rushing ahead into user channels, so just changing the user channel names. And this riffles through to the graphs and various other displays. You can see there it's changing it in that table. So now we've got 3 screens. We drag them over. If you take a quick note of the amplitude, you can see it's auto ranging. This again will change soon. So it's 0.02. If we go and set the hardware up, then it will be, let's say it's a 1 volt. And you can do 2. It's a multiple link, but I always forget it. And then you'll see that it's 0.002. What you can then do is bring out a graph, give it a graph name because you want to be able to search that if you're tabbing. So that opens a dynamic VI, and if we place it in a location and then save the experiment, just give it its name. Haven't got use for that yet, but may actually put that in save files or something. You can see now if we load the experiment. Oh, okay, disconnecting. We disconnect, then load experiment. There's 2 chans. You can see it's going, bringing the connecting up. It just tells you that it's going to disconnect everything. Now it's connected, blah 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 blah. Tells you what it's doing. There's the experiment all loaded again. So it saved all the settings. The only settings that I need to add really is graph settings and maybe cursor settings in the future. But there you go. Job's a good one. Finally, I'm just setting the record length. You can adjust all of that. Just here, I'm just increasing the number of records. You can see, ooh, lots more records. Then the bit I'm working on at the moment is the triggering. You can see there's various little options in there. I'm trying to make a nice little screen just to set up all the different triggering options. Just double checking that the temperature doesn't work for the chassis. Obviously it doesn't. In the about, there is the list of all the changes on this version compared to probably the last version you saw. Actually probably 2 versions ago. So that's probably about 3 weeks old, the last version you saw a video of. And that's about it.